those of you who are not familiar with how the signs and houses work, I will explain that to you. So the signs of the zodiac reflect the constellations they are named after, while the houses move around the entire zodiac in one day and are based on the particular time and location of one's birth, while the signs are based on date. So in chart form, the signs of the zodiac will basically stay stationary in one place, while the houses move around it. So the houses actually form cusps in each sign, which is how we get when we say, first house cusp, we mean basically that the first house, the beginning of the first house, is in some particular sign. The houses incorporate many of the same subjects as the signs, with the first house roughly equaling Aries, and the 12th house roughly equaling Pisces, and all of those house numbers 1 through 12, and all the signs in between equaling to that number in the order that they are on the wheel. There are basic differences which differentiate houses and signs. A sign will define a particular characteristic or way in which a point or planet behaves, while a house will define in which area of a person's life it affects. And the way in which it affects it is very much like in a previous video when I explained the signs and houses and how each of them are basically just a progression through a phase of our lives, 1 degree per every 2 months of a person's life. Using the houses in a natal chart can give you almost like a second set of interpretations to work with. For example, your sun could be in Leo, but also in the 12th house. So then your 12th house cusp, or your 11th house cusp actually, could be in Leo. And this is kind of interesting because Leo would correspond to technically the 5th house, and the opposite of the 5th house, or also the opposite of Leo, is Aquarius. So if your sun is in Leo and in the 11th house, so then your 11th house cusp is in Leo, you would incorporate almost the same characteristics of the sign of Leo and the 11th house cusp, which is a very interesting idea, and it kind of broadens interpretations and makes them more, I think, unique and individual. Also can illustrate how us as humans we incorporate every sign. We all have a little bit of Aries in us, we all have a bit of Pisces in us, we all have a bit of Cancer, Taurus, it doesn't matter who you are, we all have a bit of that inside us. We are all one in the signs. It's just astrology, or the interpretations of astrology basically just tell us what's going to stand out the most, but we all incorporate these same characteristics and these same ways of just being a human being. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to check out my website at www.sarastrology.moonfruit.com.